Hello everyone. I want to go over a few things to get you started with the class. I will go over the sections in Blackboard on the left. The first section is announcements. This is where you begin when you first get in the class. Please read the announcements because I will be posting information about the week's assignments as well as the weekly recording and any other pertinent news. Next, you have the Herzing assessments. Please ignore this section because your assessments are tied to your assignments which are in classroom. Faculty info, you have my contact information, office hours, a little bit about me, and at the bottom you have the link to office hours. To join office hours, you click on the link Donna to Paris's room. The first time you need to download the Blackboard Collaborate launcher, and then you can open the collab file. Now, since I upgraded to Windows 10, I have to download this launcher every time. I don't have to install it, but I have to download it every time before I open the collab file. So then when you click on the collab file to open it, it takes a while, so be patient. Then once you see the little purple button, you know it's starting to load finally. Sorry for the delay, I just wanted you to see what the office hours looks like. So now I'm in the office hours, so I'm listed here. You would also be listed, and it's recommended that you use a headset. So to set up your mic and speakers, you click on the Audio Setup Wizard. Just follow the instructions. Once you're done, I should be able to hear you and you should be able to hear me. If you prefer, you can just use the chat. So you just type in your question or statement and hit enter, and you'll see it list your name and what you've typed. And this is where I do the office hours, where I do the presentations, so I hope that you will attend. Now to get out of here, you just close. And sometimes you get a message asking if you really want to close, and you can say, don't show me that message anymore. Now the next section is the academic coach info. If you're having a lot of difficulty with school, you can click this link to request an appointment with an academic coach. Next we have class info, which gives again my contact information, office hour times, general course information, the required text, supplemental reading, summary of weekly assignments, and then at the bottom you'll see the point breakdown as well as the due dates. Then the next section is class policies. This is similar to the syllabus, lists the policies, talks about the discussion, study time, and that kind of thing. You can read through that. And then the next section is the syllabus, which if you click here you can download the syllabus, or you can download the price handout. I recommend that you download the syllabus so that if you need to check on something, you'll have a copy. The next section is the e-textbook section. If you click on this link, it goes to the university bookstore. You should also receive an email about the bookstore that has a link and information on getting your textbook. I would recommend you get your textbook as soon as possible so that you can get started on the reading, but also some of the assignments come out of the book, so you will need it. Next is the classroom, which was one of the most important parts of the Blackboard, because this is where you find your weekly assignments. You'll see the course learning outcomes, and then in week 1 you'll see the sequence of activities. Of course, every week is pretty similar. Weekly objectives, key terms and concepts, required and suggested readings. In week 1 we have an APA style quiz that's not graded, so it's listed above. Then we have an online presentation, and finally we have the week assignment. Please read the assignment instructions carefully to get the maximum points possible. To view the rubric for the assignment, click on the assignment name and you'll see the rubric here, plus the possible points. If you open the rubric, you'll see that the point breakdown for each grade level. So assignment 1 has 2 parts. So to get an A, you have to get in the A section. You can read what is required there. You can also read the assignment again, make sure you've got everything. Once you're ready to submit, you go down to the assignment submission section, click Browse My Computer, find your document, click Open, and once it's listed there, then you're going to scroll down and click Submit. Make sure you don't save it as a draft, but that you click Submit, because I can't grade it till you actually submit it. Now if you want to add comments for me, like you had a particular problem with some section, or you want me to be aware of something, you can type it in the comments. Okay, then going back to the classroom in the weekly, we're going to go down to the quiz. To take the quiz, you're going to click on the quiz title and then click Begin. Okay, so I'm going to go back to week 1, and then I wanted to show you that at the bottom of the weekly folders is also a link to the office hours. Next we have the discussions section. The discussion is always the first assignment that's due. So to post to the discussion, well, first you see the discussion requirements and then the discussion topic. So you're going to respond to the topic. Sometimes it's questions that you need to answer. Sometimes it'll tell you to look up something, that kind of thing. To post to that discussion, you click on the title, which is in blue, and then you create thread. So when you click create thread, then you get a place to put in a title, and you can either copy or paste your information. It has a way to attach a file, but please do not just send an attached file, because students should be able to read your discussion without downloading a separate file. Now you can attach files to your discussion or use pictures. You can also make a link. So for instance, if you wanted to link to a website, you would copy the address of the website, type it in, then highlight it and click the link button. Then in the path, make sure that you paste in the address of the site, and always change this to the target to open in a new window, and then click insert and you'll have a link there and it'll be in blue. Now to reply to somebody else's, well, first let me go over edit. You can edit your own post by opening your post and clicking edit. I allow corrections to discussions only during the week that they were assigned. Once the week is over, the corrections will not be accepted. Now, to reply to somebody else's, you click reply, and you get the same kind of a box. But the title, the subject, you should just leave it the same. It's regarding whatever that person named their discussion, and then you would type your reply in, click Submit. The next section is the glossary, which is a list of terms and their definitions, a good place to go to look up something that's pertinent to the class. Next we have the messages, which is the preferred way to contact me. To create a message to send to someone, click Create Message, then click To, and it will give you a list of everyone in the class. Right now, because the class hasn't started, I'm the only one listed, so you would click my name and move me to the recipients. If you want to message more than one person, you can move everybody over. Make sure you give your message a title and then type it in and click Submit. And one thing I didn't go over with the discussions is you should always check spelling, which is this little ABC with a check mark, and that will let you know how your spelling is. Next is my grades. Of course, I don't have anything in here because I don't submit for grades, but this is where you would go to look at the grades for the things that I have graded. Check out your progress, see how you're doing. Next is student resources, which is extra material that might be helpful, and it's listed by weeks plus Blackboard help. So if you're having difficulty, try these other resources. Now the library resources is basically like the library tab, which I have open here, and you use this for reference, services, guides, and mainly what you use it for my class is the formatting and citation APA. So I want you to be aware of that. The next section is the wiki. I created some wikis. So I created one wiki with wiki pages. So click on Extra Help, and you'll see I have 4 pages there, one on each section, and each section has a video that I created with some of the things I have found that students need to know, along with links for the different 2010 and 2013 different things that you can do. And you're free to edit the web page by clicking the arrow and choosing Edit. Please, if you're going to add something, add it to the bottom and don't delete anything that I've put in there. I would love to have your comments on the wiki pages. Let me know what you think, how helpful it is. Is it what you think should be changed or added? Would really be helpful. Okay, let's see. Then next is the blogs. I've created what I call a class blog. This is just a section where you can ask questions, make comments, talk about issues that you might be having. So to add to the blog, just create blog entry. Now this is public, so anything that you put here, everyone in the class can see. So if you want to make a private message, then you want to use the journal. So I've created a private journal called Class Journal. You'll see that it's private. It's only between me and you. So when you post to the journal. So I've got a couple of entries, and you can comment, and then I can respond to your comment. So if you're talking about other issues, or if you're wanting to know about assignments, and that's where you would click a comment, and then I can comment back, and that's a private way we can talk about things. I hope that you will let me know what you think about the wikis and blogs and journals, because this is something new. Is it helpful? What would be nice to be changed? And that kind of thing. Well, that's all I have for this session, but if you have any questions or if I didn't cover something, please let me know.